Okay, today is the 7th of March 2015 and I'm going to post an update on the Minoxidil that I've been using to try and improve my facial hair. So I've been using it twice a day since 31st of December, so I've been on it for just a little bit over 2 months and I'm really surprised at how much it's made a difference. I'll post some images, some actual proper close-ups because I've just shaved, but I'll post some close-up images at the end of the video so you can actually see the difference, and it's absolutely incredible. So far it's not yet enough for me to actually have facial hair that you can see, like that I could grow into a beard, but compared to before I started, now having been on it for 2 months, there's about 20 times more dark hairs and I can see a lot more dark hairs coming through. The pattern that I've been using to apply it has been down the sides, under my chin here, across my chin here and over my lip, and I've been connecting all the bits. The hair growth that I've noticed, it's been coming in where I already had some hairs coming through, so it's down the sides, especially under the chin here, and there's been a little bit of darkening on my top lip and I can see a couple of small darker hairs appearing right under there for the soul patch. So the pattern that I had appearing when I was just on testosterone on its own is now kind of emphasised, and it's really starting to come through a lot faster. The pattern that you notice is that small fine peach fuzz type hairs, they lengthen at first and then they start to get a little bit darker while they're still quite fine, and then they get a little bit thicker and more wiry. So I've got a lot of these have turned, I think the word's terminal under here. There's enough that it actually looks like bum fluff, but I still can't grow anything properly yet, so I'm just trimming it at the moment, but it's much more visible now, so it makes me feel a lot better just for the fact that I've now got a shadow. So having only been on it for 2 months, it does say that 3 months is the kind of minimum amount of time to get any results, so I think there's still after 3 months going to be a lot of change. The only thing that I'm aware is that it's not permanent, so everything that's happening, if I stop using the Minoxidil, there's a good chance it's going to revert back to what it was when I was just on testosterone. But my plan for this is to use it until I'm happy with it and then reduce to a kind of maintenance level. So instead of using it 2 times a day, I'll maybe use it once every other day or maybe a couple of times a week, to try and see if it's possible to get to a level and then just keep it there until the testosterone has enough time to work. And that could be years, but I'm happy doing this because I think otherwise I'm probably not going to get any facial hair at all. It took my dad about 40 years to get a beard, and his is really patchy. It kind of looks a little bit like Keanu Reeves', where it's just all in little areas. So if this is what I need to do to get any facial hair and for that to kind of alleviate my self-image problems, then it's fair enough for me. It's not expensive. The tubes that I showed you in my last video, that was supposed to be a 3-month supply, but the single tube that I'd opened that day, it lasted me all the way through 2 months, just because obviously this area is a lot smaller than your entire head area, which is what the normal dose is supposed to be. So it's £40 or so on Amazon to get 3 tubes of this, which will last about 6 months. So I think that's a pretty reasonable price. I'll post another update in another month or 2. Next month is going to be my chest surgery, hopefully, as long as they don't cancel the date again. So it might be a bit after that, so maybe May or June, but I'll post another update and see how it's all going. So I'll post some images now just so you can see a close-up. I've got a couple of pictures of the sides and a couple of pictures of right under here, so you can see the difference really clear, assuming I managed to get this uploaded at high definition. We'll find out.